And here we are for game 2.
Okay, first we have in the pick phase we can ban 2 or 1 unit and 1 ability, and Hate is going to ban the shield generator. Oh no, the other way around. Hamjl is banning the shield generator.
Which is funny. He had a huge success with it and he bans it.
Yeah, and Hate is banning the mothership. So
the same thing he just played. Why are they banning their own strong picks?
So we're probably gonna see a quite different game here. Also, the Demolish was banned and the mass production, and both are going for the mid-range towers as picks. We have the phaser picked by hamjl, which is a quite good all-rounder and is pretty strong in the early game, but gets weak in the late game. And Hate has the opposite. He has a repeater. It's also a good all-rounder, but weak in the early game, but strong in the late game. And then the Hammerhead that we saw on or in
several of the games before. Yeah,
several of the games today. It's super strong in the melee range, and well, hamjl decides to mix it with the healer that we just saw as well, and the lazoids that we saw, and Hate is going for the splitter. Everything is quite low range so far. So, and there hamjl is going in with a stinger pick, finding a long range pick. And in my match, I was playing against the stinger, and it was super strong in my opinion.
Yeah.
So we'll see if it works out as well for hamjl. And then on Hate's side, we have the rockets, and hamjl is going for the artillery. It's an interesting pick as well.
I think he needs that pick because his minions right now are very weak, especially against the splitter and the rocket. They have no chance of advancing. So I think the artillery is a very good pick to counter those minions.
Yep. Also, I mean, we'll see how it will work out. The artillery just received the patch, or was changed a little bit, and it is not tested as much so far. So I'm interested how it will work out for him. The last pick on Hate's side is the Boom Blaster, and that was not working out for him in the last game.
And I doubt it will this game, yeah.
We'll see how it works this game. And as for the abilities, hamjl is going for the shield, quite strong. We saw it in the first game.
Yeah.
Then
especially in his hands, he knows both. He knows how to play both very well.
Yeah. And on Hate's side, we have the heal, and the stun, and the adrenaline. And then hamjl is going for the Iron Strike. And this time we're probably gonna see more hits because he's also in the possession of
the shield. Yeah.
Okay, let's get into the game. So on the bottom left corner, there's hamjl, starting with the blue color, and on the top right corner we have Hate in his beloved gray color.
It's the other way around now. So far in this best of 5 it's working out because at the moment we don't have a proper tournament mode on the Coregrounds. It's played in private matches, and the sides you play on are randomized. It doesn't necessarily it isn't necessarily alternating, but you might be 3 times on the same side, and that is bad. But it's funny that this time in the finals it seems to be working out.
Okay, again we see the aggressive wall placement that Hate is kind of
famous for. That
is the right word. And I think hamjl just missed to put his wall next to his core to establish a long path for Hate's minions. And oh yes, Hate can move in quite aggressively. And
oh, he is. It's only 1.5 minutes into the game and we have a full 3-on-3 tower battle. I'm waiting to see the Iron Strike come in. And the Adrenaline. Oh, that is going down. That was a very aggressive move. I thought he was retreating the repeater instead of moving it in. That is... What we're seeing is actually a tower rush. I haven't seen a tower rush played in ages, and I think it's very cool. Especially playing a tower rush against the likes of a phaser, who's very strong in the early game. Is an interesting option.
Yeah, we see that hamjl has 3 upgrades on the range of the stingers, and that is a problem for Hate because they're able to shoot over 2 tiles, and he has to retreat with his towers because they're in a huge danger of the stingers.
Yeah, that actually is a pretty clever move of hamjl's.
And he's gonna probably lose that hammerhead if he's not retreating right now. He had to use the heal to save the tower.
But the repeater, on the other hand, is slowly but steadily farming down there. He should retreat it 1 tile now, so he can continue farming. Well, moving in the hammerhead now is probably a good idea. Moving it out again, it's dead. That backfired.
That move didn't work out for Hate.
Yeah, mistakes were made.
He had a heal available, so probably if he used the heal, then he would have been able to successfully perform that move.
The thing is, by now, the phaser is level 2, and the most levels on Hate's towers is the repeater with 1, and phaser is strong in the early game, so by now he should be retreating. He doesn't win. He will win that trade. Special delivery shot by the repeater. Nice. I wouldn't have expected that.
Again, he used the minion limit. So he got 2 or 3 explosions from the minions in, and thus he was able to kill the tower.
And you see how powerful the rockets are against ranged minions like that. They just kill them one by one. I forgot about the minions, to be honest, and that was a mistake, obviously. They are doing a lot of work now.
Okay, in this game, in my opinion, Hate is using his Boom Blaster better, although he has to retreat right now because hamjl just used Frenzy. It already has level 1. That is quite good for 4 minutes and 40 seconds. But we'll have to see if he will be able to maintain the upper hand in these tower fights.
Yeah.
Because the hammerhead is not upgraded well yet. I think he needs another damage upgrade to...
I think so, yeah.
To actually harass hamjl.
But it's at the moment, I think it's very hard to to see a tendency who's actually having the upper hand, because as far as upgrades are concerned, they are relatively well distributed across both. hamjl has a bit more XP, I think, but not that much, and the only difference left is map control, and this is where Hate is ahead at the moment, at least.
Yep. I think it's interesting that he's winning these tower fights. I didn't expect that, especially because hamjl has only 2 attacking towers and 1 support tower.
Yeah.
But somehow it's working out for him. Probably it's because he has the support of the stingers. And now we get in a situation, if he picks the right tower to attack, then he'll be able to maybe kill one, but there the adrenaline is coming in, so this is not an option anymore. but good timing on upgrades for both parties.
Yeah, I think so. But I think that hamjl won those early tower trades was mostly because he has a repeater, a phaser, which is aided by a healer. That is a very powerful combo. But now we see that early game advantage beginning to fade as the Hammerhead has level 3 damage, level 3 attack speed. He's gonna get more and more dangerous as the phase is gonna get weaker and weaker.
So again, I really like how Hate is playing the Boom Blaster right now, although he's pushed back. He actually...
yeah, he got the wall back on there.
Yeah, he's actually able to place that wall there again.
Oh, moving the Hammerhead there might have been a mistake. He might die on the way out. Nah, he'll survive, but...
So now he will be able to move up with the Boom Blaster a little more, and
he should be moving the Boom Blaster down now, or retreat because the phase is coming in. Oh yeah.
That's just what I wanted to say. It's super important to farm these minions with the Boom Blaster so it gets strong.
Yeah. And not only does the Boom Blaster miss out on experience, it also he's moving it down now. It also means that hamjl gets experience on his minions. They might even get kills on walls or towers.
And they might get a kill with to the Boom Blaster.
I wonder why Hate doesn't use the heal on the Boom Blaster there, or on the Hammerhead. Both were apt targets.
Yeah. I think this is a spectator advantage, because he was just fighting up there. He actually lost the repeater as well.
Yeah.
So he was fighting with the towers and probably didn't see that his Boom Blaster is low on health as well. And this is something that we can see here quite well. Now slowly and steadily hamjl is going to be able to kind of release the pressure a little bit, because he's able to move out his minion line, and also he's a little further away from his core, and this gives him the ability to upgrade his healer, and he also did an upgrade on the artillery.
But I think slowly but steadily the Hammerhead is gonna be very dangerous. I wonder why he moved it because of the stingers and lazoids. And now the repeater will come to his aid, and I think the artillery isn't dangerous at all. It should have been farming on the minions, but the way they built their walls meant that the artillery couldn't get to the minions to farm. It didn't farm. It's useless in a one-on-one tower fight. It doesn't do much damage, especially if it's not leveled. So I think it's about the phaser, and if it's like now, where Hate can actually push back the phaser or even kill it, he's at a huge advantage. And also look at the late game. I mean, if Hate gets to the late game, a Hammerhead and repeater will easily dominate a phaser and artillery, no matter if there's a healer or not.
As if we compare the XP levels again, then we see that the repeater has XP level 4 already, and that is pretty good at a 10-minute mark. Again, this tower is pretty strong in the late game. Let's see what will happen in this fight. The fights are actually quite intense, and everyone is attacking, moving in, and then moving out and trying to get that low edge.
But I think this time Hate got the edge, even though yeah, it might have been a bad idea on hamjl's part to move in on towers that are currently on adrenaline, but Hate didn't even add his hammerhead to the mix. He was standing there doing nothing at the top.
He actually was upgrading the hammerhead and it was still on cooldown.
Okay.
So
Special delivery.
Again, Hate is close to the minion limit, and he'll be able to use that
Oh,
wave
now
to
at the
maybe
healer,
kill.
yeah. He's already begun. Oh, he's doing it.
He's doing it.
Oh, he is. That is a lot of pressure. I think that might even have been the game, because right now there's nothing. He's moving in with everything. Both his minions at the minion limit. He's moving in with the hammerhead, with the repeater. And the artillery does nothing. Did you see that? That was nothing. Compare it to the damage that the phaser does. You literally didn't see the HP bar of the hammerhead move.
Yeah, I don't know why he chooses to fight against the towers with artillery. Also, if you look at the upgrades, he upgraded the range of the artillery or
the AOE range.
AOE range of the attack, and that's a sign that he wants to use it against the minions, but he's not doing it.
He's starting to do it now, and you see against minions, but still, it's a straight line that he's built for. If you're up against those kind of minions, against rockets and splitters, who are on the map by the dozen, you want to have a longer maze. You want to have time to destroy those minions, especially if you yourself have ranged minions. If he had just one line to the top, and he would have the enemy, he would have Hate's minions walking all the way up, while his minions could shoot at his. I think, yeah, nice. Good game.
Yep. Again, we saw a kill of the minion line limit explosion, and hamjl saw that he has no chance to defend against that many minions and these strong towers. I think, Hate played the early game